After spending 5 years in British Columbia, I decided to move my ass all over to Toronto on the other side of the country. Why did I do it? Let's get into it. I spent 2 years in a small town called Kamloops, and I moved to Vancouver for 3 years, where I lived downtown in the middle of all the things. And I'm not gonna lie, when I moved to Vancouver and I was looking at all the buildings and the harbor and the beautiful water, I was like, man, I made it. This is it. This is all I'll ever need. Now, this is from the perspective of someone who's worked a 9 to 5 and switched over into online entrepreneurship, so this might not apply to you, but I just want to put that out there anyway. Things that I absolutely love about Vancouver. It's really chill. People love doing adventurous things, camping, hiking, doing water activities. People are very catered to that. These are their ideas of fun. When you meet people, they always want to go out and do these activities. So everyone's really laid back there, I find. Vancouver doesn't really have that super fast, I need to go here, get work done kind of vibe. It has a bit of a laid back kind of vibe to it. The downtown area is pretty big when you first get to it, but then when you compare it to something like downtown Toronto, the difference is massive. It's massive. I've lived there for 3 years and I know the downtown area like the back of my hand. And over time it becomes a little limiting, and I was living in that downtown bubble for a while. So the good thing about living in Vancouver is everything is easy access. So you can go to places like Whistler, you can go to Kelowna, you can even go into Alberta. I did a whole cross Vancouver to Alberta trip and it was amazing. But over time I just kind of got bored of it. My main reason for moving out of Vancouver was I was feeling really stale. I couldn't really find people who were like-minded. I couldn't find people who were business-minded, who were very ambitious. Not that there's not any ambitious people there's plenty. But in my space, the content creation space, I was just having a lot of trouble connecting with people. And in general, I feel like Vancouver is a very lonely city. Everyone kind of have their pods there, but no one really talks to each other. I'm not sure, maybe it's just me. After 3 years, I found it really hard to make friends there. So it was a mix between not having the right group of friends or not having a wide enough network and really getting bored of all the activities. I did all the water stuff. I did the jet skiing, the boating. I was getting really stale. I was getting bored. So what I did was I booked a ticket to Toronto just for 1 week to check it out. The moment I landed, I made up my mind that I'm gonna move down here. Literally, the moment I landed and I went downtown Toronto, I said, this is the place. I gotta move down here. And the number one thing that stood out for me was the energy of the city. It was vibrant, it was fast, it was quick, it was like New York, where everyone's just going places, everyone's almost in a rush. And I know some people might not like it, hell, even I didn't like it, but I'm a young guy, I have a business to build, I need people like that around me who are out there to get it. And I felt Toronto just had that vibe. I got that feeling. It's weird, I literally chased this feeling all the way across Vancouver when I moved down here to Toronto. I relied on this feeling to dictate I'm gonna be happier here. Since I've arrived, I've made more friends in Toronto who are in this entrepreneurial space. I've met more people, I've met more clients here than I have in 3 years of Vancouver. So it's a sprawl. Not to mention the downtown area is massive, it is huge, plenty of stuff to do, but the one thing that really stood out to me was the diversity. Now, I thought Vancouver was diverse. I'm coming from Pakistan, so a place like Vancouver to me is very diverse, but when you come to Toronto, holy crap is the diversity turned up. People from everywhere in the world. My god, you have Vietnamese places, you have Italian places, you have Pakistani places, you have Jamaican places. Everywhere downtown is filled with multicultural things, and it's just, I love it. I'm all about that. Now, one thing I will say is Toronto is nowhere near as beautiful as BC is. I got spoiled living in Vancouver because we had all the mountains everywhere and the thing was stunning, but there's only so much I can look at the mountains every day. My gym in Vancouver was right at the waterfront and it was beautiful, but you know, over time you seek novelty, you want something new. So I got really bored of it, and when I came to Toronto, it reminded me of how much I love those mountains. And Toronto's more urban beauty. You see a lot of buildings, a lot of shiny, glassy buildings, and I love the layout of the city here. So it's a different kind of beauty. So for me, this decision was really based around the feeling of joy, the feeling of happiness, the feeling of connectedness. So in Vancouver, I don't think I had enough friends. I don't think I had enough people in my network. I didn't know enough ambitious people. Everyone was really laid back. I find no one really wanted to do things. At least in the people I've met, it was really difficult for me to find like-minded people, and I really thrive on ambitious people around me. And it took me a week in Toronto to network with all these people and make a giant social circle here. I'm a young guy, I want to make money, so for that reason, Toronto was an easy choice for me. If you are looking for a metropolis with endless opportunities, a lot of people who have a lot of big dreams, want to make something happen, Toronto is a place you will find it.